Top tips to train your dog not to bark. Dogs bark for lots of reasons. It could be because they see someone suspicious approaching their home, a cat in the backyard, or just because they have nothing else to do. Some dog breeds are more likely to bark than others, and training at an early age can help your dog to control his vocal urges. In this video, we'll take a look at our top tips to train your dog not to bark. Before we get started, please help us out by subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to ring that bell to see our frequently posted content. Be realistic. Barking is a natural behavior for dogs, and for some, it's just not realistic that they'll stop barking completely. Set yourself a realistic goal when trying to reduce your dog's barking, and don't expect overnight success. Some breeds are much more likely to bark than others, and the longer a dog has been barking, the longer it will take to change the behavior. Don't yell. If your dog is barking, resist the temptation to yell at them to be quiet. Yelling sounds just like barking to a dog, so it actually encourages the behavior. Keep a positive and upbeat tone with your dog, and remind everyone else in your family to keep yelling to a minimum. Remove the motivation. Some dogs are triggered by particular things and bark as soon as they see them. If you can, remove their access to that thing. For example, if your dog barks at passers-by, close the curtains or move them to a different room. Offer your dog an alternative pastime so they're too distracted to bark. Ignore barking. If we give dogs attention while they bark, they learn that they are rewarded for being noisy. When your dog is barking, don't talk to him, look at him, or touch him. If your dog stops barking, give them a treat. Remember that dogs can bark for a very long time, so if you choose this method, you might have to tolerate barking for up to an hour. If you lose your resolve and yell during this time, your dog will bark for even longer next time. If your dog barks from her crate, turn away and ignore her until the barking stops. Again, when they stop, give lots of praise and a treat. As with all dog training, start small and work up to longer periods of time. Give your dog a treat right away when you're just starting training, but make her stay quiet for longer periods of time once she learns that silence means rewards. Desensitized Dog. If your dog barks at particular sights or sounds, try to get them used to them gradually. If your dog barks at other dogs, have a friend stand with another dog out of sight and slowly bring them into view. While the other dog appears, give your dog some treats. Have your friend bring the other dog out of view and stop giving your dog treats. If you repeat this several times, your dog will learn to associate other animals with rewards. If your dog starts barking when someone knocks on your door, play them the sound quietly and gradually make it louder while giving treats. If you use this method, make sure no one can actually knock on the door during training. Teaching your dog not to bark can take days or weeks, so be patient with your pups. Teach quiet command. This may sound counterintuitive, but if you want your dog to stop barking, it can be useful to teach them to bark on command first. This means eventually you can tell them to be quiet. Give your dog the speak command, let them bark a few times, and then give them a treat. Repeat until your dog can bark on command. In a calm environment, ask your dog to speak, and once they're barking, stay quiet and give them a treat and lots of praise. Repeat, and eventually your barking dog will know that quiet means rewards. If your dog barks when someone arrives at your home, you can simply say quiet and give him a treat. Again, build up to this level. Dog training can take weeks. Ask for something else. If your dog starts barking, distract them with another task. Ask them to lie down, fetch something, or go to bed. Tire them out. Some dogs bark just because they're bored. Make sure your dog has enough mental and physical exercise so they're less likely to bark from frustration. Take your pooch on long walks, play fetch with them, and give them interactive toys when they're indoors. Teach them to come. If your dog likes to bark at cats and birds, then call them once they start barking. Ideally, this helps your dog turn away from their barking trigger and brings them towards you. Sometimes, you just can't control what's in your dog's environment, but you can manage the situation if they're trained to come to you. Reward your dog for coming to you, and they will choose you over that pesky bird. Well, that's it. Use these top tips to train your dog not to bark. Thank you for watching.
Be sure to subscribe and paw that thumbs up button. Then go ahead and check out some of our other videos or fun activities on our website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.